Hey guys, Loman02. I think we're getting ready to play a game here. And actually, we're going to be doing some live testing of a deck I just actually put together probably 10-15 minutes ago. Actually, the reason you see Keswick up top is because I forgot to put Keswick Wolferen in the first time I did it. Really, what we're building here is just it's a base Gruul deck. There's a few cards I think are questionable, and I'm not sure if I like a Tarkus Command yet. Giving it a shot, though. 42 creatures. Some of the notables in it, Hull Breach is in there. I think it's just a very flexible spell. Destructive Revelry, again, enchantments, artifacts tend to be problematic for decks like this. The board is chiefly built to beat the decks it's not good at. Or not good at beating, which primarily are the 5-color greedy decks that just have every combo known to man put in them. Blood Moon for that matchup. I could possibly see putting in as well the Magus of the Moon. Mana Barbs, I'm not sure yet. I put it in there, I think, just on a whim to see if... Because we play mostly threats, so, I mean, the way I look at it, the damage that we're losing is going to be damage the opponent's losing as well. Storm Breath, just great against white. Whip Flare, good for aggressive decks, aggressive start decks. Sort of Feast and Famine. I only wanted one piece of equipment in this, so anyways, tutoring it inside the deck. Evolutionary Leap, attrition-based matchups. Feed the Clan, so these are bigger creatures. Our thinking is it's just good versus red deck wins. We have one main Dwarven Miner. I'm going to give it a shot in this because I think it shores up the greedy matchups this deck's intrinsically bad against. And then also the Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, and Guttural Response package to stop control decks, as well as a Price of Glory. So that's the deck we're looking at right now. I think looking at it initially, we probably need to look at doing a Homeward Path main, probably over one Forest as well. It may be worth consideration is putting like I can't even think of the card's name right now. It's some dinosaur-looking thing that is a 4/4 for 4 mana that returns your creatures. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to go ahead and challenge dawts with this deck, Gruul Beats. So let's see how it goes. I think the first match we're probably not favored in. So, yeah, I think game one, if he's on Grixis, I think we're going to have a tough time. Okie doke. So, we're on the play. Definitely good. Yeah, we got to keep this. Like I said, I don't know if I like a Tarkus Command in it, but I think there's probably another 2-drop creature we'd rather have. I wanted some flexibility. Like, these cards have a lot of flexibility in them. Alright. So we'll play on our Forest turn 1. We'll see pretty soon. Alright, yeah, he's on Grixis, it looks like. He's going to Portent himself. Cool. We're going to play our Dustwatch. I wish that had been the Thrun. Yeah, I think we go for is the Dustwatch. I think we can seal what we're on. We're on Gruul colors here, but I think we can seal that. I mean, I guess he could daze this. I don't think he will, though. He can kill it pretty easily. My guess would be he'll kill it on his turn if he can, because honestly, if he doesn't, I think what I'm going to do is just attack with it and start drawing cards with it. I think the way we win this is by drawing more cards with it, even though it's slow and dirtily. Okay, well, he's not going to give us the choice. The cool thing is, though, is that, we do get to play out a Surrak this turn. Which, let me double check. So that's 8. Yeah, okay. We'll do it. We're going to go for our Taiga, more than likely. If he gets Wastelanded, cool. He probably has a counterspell for this silly thing, would be my guess. Yeah. That's fine. That's what boards are for. Like I said, I wish it was a Thrun. If it had been a Thrun, it'd just be, like, laughable. We're probably going to get condescended. Yeah, okay. I probably play too much Magic to know that. That's fine. He's down a card, I'm down a card. I do have the sword, which is looking pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the same rebate that my creatures do. Now, our fear is Liliana here. If Liliana drops down, we're probably in trouble. But you know what? If she does, the play we probably make, we'll sack this thing. We'd probably play the sword out, play out the Windswept Heath, and then look to set up Windswept Heath for Dryad Arbor on his end step. That may still be the play. Yeah, let's run that. I think we're going to run that, and this thing may get countered. That's fine. He knows we can't attach it this turn. My guess would be this is going to get countered. Or he's going to kill the creature in response. This is probably his last counter, though, because he had to think very hard about it. Okay. The trick for him now is I think not playing 2 spells in one turn, because honestly this Dustwatch Recruiter is better to us unflipped. All right, we're gonna get Thought Seized. We may. Oh, that was the play. He was thinking through that. All right, so he has a Thought Seize or an Inquisition of Kozilek or a Duress in hand, and well, one, he should play this first anyways because he wants to look, but I think it's a strong consideration for him not to use 2 spells in one turn because he's a pretty sharp player, and I think he also knows that I'm willing to eschew mana efficiency to get up on cards against him because really the way that decks like his win is through card advantage, and we kind of got to play him on the same field. All right, we're going to see it flip, or he's going to kill the Dustwatch. That's cool. So we keep our Treetop, and actually out of those cards, I think I'd rather have the Treetop in this matchup. We're going to leave the Windswept Heath. This is awesome, though. We get to do this. Let's see what we draw for the turn, but he's also probably... I think he's looking at this now and lamenting that he did that, because those cards were actually dead. Alright, that's not a great card. Let's do this. Okie doke. He knows we have it, but that's cool. We're going to leave up the Windswept Heath because, honestly, if he goes to use an Edict effect against our Dustwatch Recruiter, we're going to put that silly, what's it called? Well, we can cast the Inferno Titan next turn anyways. He has to leave up counter magic for that unless he can discard it. We can leave up the Windswept Heath to put a Dryad Arbor in play if he tries to Edict us. So he's obviously got the counter spell. You know what? I think we go for it. We said we were going to do it. This is the reason we left it up. I think he realizes how good this card is against him now. So let's put this in play. We'll get rid of it. I really think getting up on cards is more important than getting up on mana right now. He may have a bolt or something for it. Okay. Cool. We will go ahead and bolt him. He must be out of counter magic. I think that Sylvan is something you want to get, especially if I'm on this much life. So the Dustwatch needs to be removed this turn or next because it is going to flip. We just cast 2 spells. It will flip here. But with Sylvan, we probably don't need to use that much mana or tie that much mana up. So we do have very close to lethal on board with Treetop Village. We're very close. We're pretty happy with how the deck's running so far. I think Atarka's Command needs to come out, though. I'm just looking at that card, and I'm like, You know, those are all. It's very cool how flexible it is. But like, what do any of those really do for the deck we're running? I don't know. It feels like it's more of an aggressive card, or it's too aggressive for this deck. This deck is got a lot of value in it too. I mean, Sirach's aggressive. This deck runs a lot of aggressive four drops, like Thrun. Well, good mid-range aggressive four drops, like Sirach, Thrun, Pelucranos, and like Obstinate Baloth are the four drop creatures. Then it has like the Planeswalker package. Plus, it has what is it called? All right, that thing's dead next turn. All right, so interesting play. We'll play this silly thing out. Okie doke. We'll pass it back. I don't like Liliana the Last Hope in his deck. I don't think he runs enough creatures. So we've got a land coming off the top ropes next turn. So keep in mind we do have Firebolt available, and we have the Treetop Village. He has to deal with these two threats on board, plus the Treetop Village, plus a Firebolt, and he's got to be remotely worried about us, getting a red source off the top of our deck and playing Inferno Titan. We're putting the opponent under a lot of pressure here. I think we have this one, but, we'll see. Dawts could pull it out. We could see, main deck, I don't know, Perish or something. Tribute to Hunger. Okay. I know we're spewing value throwing that thing out, but he's going to make it a 2-3 from this point. Which I guess he could make it a 2-3 and then bolt it with his Liliana. But he's down to 4 cards. The life gain off of that was good. I almost wonder if he wants a card, and I don't know, this is a card I vacillate on too. That card is more efficient than the card I'm going to mention, but I believe it's called Consuming Vapors. It's one more mana, but the card does a bit more for you because it's a rebound card. It's the same effect though. How does he win here? I don't know how. He's going to be at 1 life. Is he trying? He forgot to use his Liliana. That's interesting. Huh. Well, we're knocking out the Liliana. It could be wrong. Alright, yeah, we're letting our opponent know. I'm sorry. I just totally talked about that. I was like, I wonder why not. I could be wrong on that. Maybe I should have put him to 1 life. 1 life is obviously a lot less than 5 life, or would have been 2 life. Okay. Well, I think what we do here is we attack with both these. He has to use removal at some point, and he can't choose the right one with Kessig Wolf Run. He has to have 2 removal spells exactly. And he has to play them. Well, I mean, I guess he could cast them both. We're not going to activate the treetop, though. Or are we? No, activating the treetop makes it so that he can kill the right threat, and then the others do not become lethal. So he must have an answer. Oh, it's this thing. Cool. She's going to cast the Tribute to Hunger. Okie doke. We will sacrifice our Kitchen Finks. This is a desperation play on his part. This thing can't win in combat. Alright, so we will sacrifice this thing. Okie doke. Oh, okay. He's still got a block. I'm trying to think through. I mean, I could have activated the Treetop Village here. 3/3. No, I couldn't have, so I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I left it back, because this would have pretty handily beaten me. Let's see if he blocks. I'm assuming he does, because he would be dead otherwise. Alright, so we do 1 to him. Or correction, 2. Down to 5. Still in a very challenging spot. I'm not saying he can't come back from this, but okay. Yeah, that's it. That would be the rub. Cool. Okay. Guttural Response in. All of this junk in. I think this thing gets in there. Evolutionary Leap is interesting. I feel like Vexing Shusher against this deck's just going to get killed. Price of Glory, yeah. Blood Moon, yeah. So what don't we like? I actually think Atarka comes out. She's too slow. So we gotta cut 5 more. I think Simprodder's good. The walls are kind of junky. So Wall Blossoms can come out. I think Overgrown Battlement. Yeah, Overgrown Battlement out. The Darkest Command should come out of the deck anyways. Cut it. Does he have a lot of artifacts? You know, I'm going to take one of these out, and I think it's going to be... Hull Breach. I don't think he runs any enchantments. Well... But are they good against me? I think he may have, like... Maybe he has, like... a Bitter Blossom? I've never seen it in his deck. It could go in there. I don't think he does, though. Mana Barbs is interesting, too. I think Mana Barbs tends to beat this style of deck. But he also has a lot of Delve creatures, so I mean, he may just get a huge creature out of nowhere on us. I like the Miner package. I think we can cut some of the burn. And I think we cut... We got Chain Lightning. I mean, it can be tossed back at us, but I mean... Yeah. We're not really banking on burn to win us this game. Alright, let's run it back. And I'm sorry, folks, if you can hear me drinking, that's my apologies. It means my headset's too good. Oh, so... Well, we got to keep it. We're hoping to draw more lands. This could go big places. If we get Thoughtseize, that's not good. Well, at least it's Duress. Duress is going to get the Forked Bolt or that thing. I don't think we have the ability to play around Wasteland here. I think we're going to want our red mana. He probably has removal for this elf, and we're probably just going to get blown out. If we can land the Wall of Roots, though, without him countering it. That's going to put us in a good place. All right, he's going to look for an option to do that, I think. I think he's looking for a way to kill the elves this turn. I'm very happy to know that he only has 1 mana to deal with, because that cuts out cards like Arc Trail. All right, sweet. All right, he's on a slower start. Here. All right, play this out. Let's keep our information hidden. We'll play this out right here. And, you know, we got the option open to us to attack in with the treetop next turn, or play out the tusk. My guess is he kept his hand without a lot of early interaction, so he has decent mid-game interaction. My guess is he's on a negate or a counterspell at this point, but he may burn our stuff off. We're going to see the elves go. Cool. He couldn't do it that first turn, which I know is what he was looking for. He was looking for a way to do that. And I'm totally cool with that. Interesting. So, I think what we do this turn is we're not going to have need of the Wall of Roots this turn. So, we'll attack in with our treetop because his red mana is occupied at this point. And we'll see what he does next turn. I like the Thundermaw. The Thundermaw is just a beating. I think it's just a huge beast. Alright, well, he's got counter magic at this point, obviously. So, what do we do here? I think we do this. Then we put this down. It really doesn't change. If he kills this thing, cool. Like, if he has the kill spell for this thing, that's totally fine. We'll just play out one of our 5-drops next turn. But I think he's on counters at this point. Pretty definitively. Maybe it's like a cryptic command or something. I don't know. Nope, okay. Well, I think if he has the removal, he gets that thing. I could be wrong. Because you don't save removal for Thragtusk. Okay. Let's see if he counters this thing. This is bad for him. We also have the Rift Forked Bolt to follow it up. So we're kind of hoping he'll counter some of this stuff and we can get his. We could pay 1 for a Daze effect. I kind of like when these mono fair decks can beat Grixis style decks. We'll see if it can happen though. Alright, he complicates the Dwarven Blast Miner, which is fine by us. We don't really want to blow his lands up. We want to kill him. So, you lose yours too, buddy. Unless you have a mental misstep. That was a strong turn. Do we have... Nope, we don't. Let's go with this. And then... I think we just run it back. If he wants to kill this land, let him go ahead. That's his over half his life down the tubes. He's got to get something on the board. Alright. I'm feeling very good now. He may have a way to kill some of this stuff. That's fine. We'll see. Alright, he draws a lot of cards. That's a good place to be. He was trying to counter our spells with that. Or he wanted to get at least one of our spells. And maybe we should have been a little more... No, we couldn't have been more assertive. We would have ended up getting our Thundermaw countered. I don't see how he gets out of this. If we draw a land, we can just do it all. Alright, we don't, but I think what the play is this. I think we commit to these two, and then we play the Obstinate Baloth after combat. Okie doke. Cryptic Command. Cool. Let's add a green and continue to commit to the board. He may have another counter. That's cool, though. This is just putting more pressure on him. If he has the Perish, he has the Perish. But the Perish can't play at instant speed and get our treetop. Alright, that's game. Cool. Cool. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pause it there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. We're going to go ahead and stop it here. This is just a testing match. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the commentary. And take care.